Okay, let's talk about Dieson Crusoe. There are two versions of Dieson Crusoe. There is one from 2022 or 23, which was a print and play version, and later on, Gabe Barret produced a newer version, which was a Game of the Month type, which you could also use as a print and play. So I bought a print and play. The game is not that light, if you will. It's nicely themed, but I wanted to just start to play with Rulebook at my fingertips. But the Rulebook is quite. It's not so good. The thing is that the terms are very implicit, and there's a lot going on in the game. So I think I'll just start with the flow of the things, because some resources are not that standard, if you will. So for setup, you place your meeple over here, and this meeple is the actual representation of where you are on the island. So right now you are in rabbit territory, because the game tells you so. So you place in the rabbit, and this is just a deck of things that it writes in details about what happens during specific events. The things that you need to craft for the first quest. There is a quest deck, and as I've shown before, you can have some scoring sheets for easy, and you have some achievements that you can fill in. Because you have a print and play, you can include them. So the quest is put on the side here, and it says you have to hunt a deer and make a rope. So you have to make a rope, and for some reason, I'm not really sure why, but the game suggests that you put aside a basket, a bed, a stone knife, and it also says that you need to set aside the hunter and my friend Jack. And my friend Jack gets, because it's the first one, it gets a disc, and it generates, I'm not really sure what this die means, but it generates wood, and the longer you wait, the more wood it triggers, and then it resets back again. So how do you track wood? Wood is tracked, I think, right here. And this icon here means that you can move your the meeple that goes around one space into either side. And the meeple that goes round and round is this meeple over here, and this represents the opportunities you have during the passage of time. Now, let's talk about time in more general. Time is tracked via days. So this is, you start with day 1, and the day-to-day things after morning, afternoon, and night, your day tracker passes through the next day to the next day. Now, in the first, in these things, it's all green, so nothing happens. But if you go over here, then there is a small +1 to the raid symbol, and it happens over here, and over here. So you have more raids, and here it becomes yellow. So it's a different color. It has no mechanical meaning, but here it's the weather symbol, and here is the weather symbol and the raid symbol. They all go up, and that is not good. So the day-to-day things are tracked via this, and the specific icons, they influence the parameters on the rest of the game. Inside a day, you have 3 phases: the morning phase, where the sun is rising from the sea, then the afternoon phase, and then the evening phase. And the thing that you do is that what makes the game how do you say, a little bit more heavy than you would expect, is that the dice here, they get replaced. So in the normal case where you have this is my gray die. In the normal case, when you roll dice, the dice you set in order here, and this determines what you get whenever you use an unused die. For then the day phase, you can change the dice via this thing in the bottom. But at any rate, you move 1 and 3 and then 4 in this case, or 5 if you made it bigger. And those dice, they get placed at the end, at the next open space, and these things trigger them. So if this is 3 and a 4, then it is raining and it costs you a roof, and this if it is cold, then it costs you 2 roofs. And if the die which is on the right side is a 5 or a 6, then a raid happens, and the raid is determined by the raid card, the area that you're currently in. To build, so yeah, you can gather food. Food is represented by cubes in the food slot, and that food slot is over here. Stones are represented by cubes on the stone slot. Hide is represented by cubes on the hide slot. Health is determined by you start with a power of 1. So health is represented by an amount of hearts that you have here. So that is 5 hearts. And the hearts go over here. And also in the rulebook says the purple cubes represent 5 yellow cubes. So you can simplify this, but this is. Then you have roofs. The amount of roofs are represented by the roof symbol, and fences are represented by the fences symbol. So far, so good. However, to craft, yeah. So then there is also the stars and the power. So the power is represented by a cube on the power track plus any additional things that you have. For example, a stone knife. The stone knife has a fist, so you could slot it in like so. So and when you use the fist, the power, that determines if you can catch a deer or go kill a rabbit or something. For this, you need a power of 2, and this gives you normally a banana and so food and a hide. But to craft a stone knife, you need stars. Here it is 1 star. Stars are not represented at all in the game. So the way to gain stars is to end somewhere and have a die. So for ideally a 6. So you use the 6 for an action. Then you place it over here, and this all the left. So the numbered sections. Oh, wait, I was wrong here. So the numbered sections they represent the amount of stars. So if you have, for example, 3 and 2 stars, it's 5 stars, and you have to keep it in mind. And then you can spend stars by, for example, for making a rope and making a basket and stuff like that, provided that you have the resources. So that